Scott, you manage the small and mid-cap growth strategies for Fifth Third Asset Management. What are your current weightings on the small cap side in terms of sector?
Well, in small cap, again, we're a very growth-oriented fund, and right now nearly a third of the portfolio is in technology, where we see a lot of growth there. Another 20% is healthcare, and literally almost 20% is consumer discretionary. So three sectors.
So 2/3 of the portfolio
in three areas. Yep.
Obviously, tech is a big part, 30%. What are some of your favorite names in the IT sector, and why are you in those names?
Well, a couple. One that's in IT that I like, and we'll probably get some results here Friday, is IMAX. I don't know if you're familiar with the large screen. Avatar's coming out on Friday. The company is doing very well, and they've changed their business model from several years ago. They used to sell cameras, and they would make make some films, but now they're actually joint venturing with a lot of the large theater chains. You can go to theater chains in several areas now and see an IMAX theater. And that's really altering their business model. So we really like what they've done there. And with Avatar coming, James Cameron, we think there's a catalyst that coming this Friday with the opening of Avatar.
Great. My background is being on the sell side, and when a stock got to a certain market cap, you had to drop coverage. There was just no interest.
Too small.
I mean, obviously, small cap stocks have done really well, outperformed the mid cap and large cap names. Is there interest there? Are people buying ETFs, the indices? How are they playing the small cap names?
Well, I think there has been, certainly interest really went down the tubes about a year ago, because small cap stocks are by definition the riskier asset class. So there was a little flight to quality. But as that's come back, small cap stocks are risky. People are playing them broadly using fund managers like myself or others. I mean, that's certainly one way to do it. The other way is to buy an ETF that invests in funds or even subsectors of the small cap market. So there are a couple of ways that investors are taking advantage of the small cap universe.
So how are you positioning this portfolio going into 2010? Have you changed your ideas from this year to what's going to happen next year?
Yeah, I mean, I think right now we are in a mode. Especially with the hedge funds do play a lot in the small cap universe, and I think the leadership of the market certainly has been technology this year, but I wouldn't doubt there may be kind of a Control-Alt-Delete environment when we start the new year, where leadership, everyone's complete reset. Everyone's going to look forward. The back from the ashes is done, and what are we going to see in the next year? So we're being fairly diversified, kind of barbell. Like I said, we have some healthcare, have some technology, have some companies that are high flyers, and we have some companies that have some steady Eddie, very visible earning streams, or maybe benefiting from the stimulus. So we're kind of doing a little barbell approach right now.
Right, feeling out the waters.
Yep.
You had mentioned that hedge funds like to play the small cap names, obviously with the Galleon incident earlier this year. Is there easier access to management on these smaller cap names? It seems like they would have to do more road shows or more marketing just to get their story out there. Are they more accessible?
Well, I think they're more accessible, and also if someone calls to try to get a hold of the CEO of GE, odds of getting through aren't too.
Right.
But I mean, there's many companies in our portfolio. Well, I'll call the number and the CEO answers, or maybe his assistant answers. But you have much better access to the management teams, and that's important because the management teams are so much more important to the success of a small company.
Of course.
Unlike GE, I mean, ML can alter a little bit the trajectory, but in small cap you can have a bad management team can make a company go away. So it is very important, and fortunately we get quite a bit of access to the management teams. Important part of our strategy.
Great, thanks Scott.
Great.